So welcome everyone to our Facebook Live. I'm here with a very, very special lady today who I met about a year ago. And when we met, I knew we had to find a way to bring you to my audience who are women who are thirsty for knowledge and love to connect with smart, empowered women and entrepreneurs. So I'm here today with Lisette Limoges, who is the founder of Lisette Montreal, otherwise known as the most flattering pants in the world. Okay, so when I wear my Lisette pants, I feel confident on the inside because I look good on the outside, and really you've made such an incredible product and built such an unbelievable brand. So I am really, really happy to have Lisette with us today. So I just want to tell you guys, I'm going to be monitoring this Facebook Live on my laptop right here. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask them, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to scan down, and I will be asking Lisette any of your questions, so I will be watching that. We are ready to go. So, Lisette, I'm thrilled to have you here today, a wife, a mom, an entrepreneur. Tell us a little bit about the story of how Lisette was born.
Well, Lisette was born, I never expected to be that way now. Like, it's like when you have a baby and it evolves and you have your son or your daughter become like famous or king or queen or whatever. I'm just saying, like, it started as a little idea that customer kept asking for pants that fit well. So you hear that and you hear that. My husband was, he still is, he's a business, he was selling other brand in stores. Yeah. And the store owner kept saying, we need a fit pen, we need a pen to fit well. We don't have any pants. All the women look at the pants, they like it, but they don't fit. So we're not selling the pants. So we need to find something. So by hearing that all the time, you say, okay, you know what, let's try to find something. So it took a long time, but that's how we did it. We start working on a pair of pants that would fit me and would fit all the consumer, the women who are active and have a lifestyle like running around all day and feel good and comfortable. So it took a long time when we finally got it.
How did you know that is the perfect fit? We've nailed the fit. Just because it fit every female body type, how did you know that this is the pant for the woman of every shape and size?
Well, the thing is, I tried for me. I'm very, very difficult. So
here you have it.
And I try, and if it's perfect on me, then I try out my family, my friend, and different kind of body, like body shape, like, you know, like from 0, my daughter's a 0, and I have some friend who's size 16.
Who's with us, her daughter's with us today behind the scenes. So that's such a beautiful thing that you're working with your daughter.
Yeah,
but so you were picky, it satisfied you, it satisfied your daughter who was a size 0, and you knew you were onto something.
Yes, and when I saw that everybody liked it, and I wanted to make something comfortable, and the stretch just started it then. It was just a new thing like for the pants. So I said, I need something practical, that stretch, washable. So everything, one thing after the other, it led to like after I got the right fit and everything.
So I guess first it was probably the fit, and then once you know the fit is right, then you start to blow it out in all different patterns and shapes and sizes, and you see the prints start to come to life.
But the fit is the most important thing.
The fit, honestly, I'm not just saying it because I'm in front of you. The fit is really perfect. So these are my Lisette pants. I feel like I'm wearing pajamas. They're so comfortable, but they're clearly stylish and great. They're comfortable. They suck me in. They suck my butt in. And you just feel comfortable yet stylish. I don't know how you've done it, but you've managed to make a pant that we can really feel comfortable in. And so thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I love my Lisette pants. I'm just going to make sure that we're sharing this. Hold on, let's put this here. Before we go on to the next question, I'm going to share this and we're going to move right along. So, I don't know why that's not working. Okay, I'll share it to my page after. All right, so Lisette, I want to know if Lisette L was something you knew early on would take off. Did you know that you had success on your hands? And were there pitfalls or problems or issues along the way to growing this brand?
You know,
take us back to, we'll go through the highs and the great moments, Martha, Oprah, Venus Williams, but take us back to any of the to any pitfalls or startup problems
Well,
along the way?
like, first of all, you have to believe in what you're doing. When we had the right fit, everything fit well, and I believe that all the people I made them try, like model for me was model, different shape, everybody liked and enjoyed it. Then my husband went on the road. He went to see with our son who works with us, they went door to door to different stores, especially at the beginning in Quebec, because we used to work in Quebec. We knew all the customer, the consumer, and the customer in Quebec. We're well aware of, and we know what they like. So we started with Quebec, and then they went in Canada, and they went in US. In every store, we didn't know anybody. The hard part was to get to the store. So they went one by one store with their GPS, then with GPS, and look on the internet for a hotel. They went for 3 months at the beginning, then they went for another 3 months. You have to be dedicated what you do, and you have to believe in it. So they went door to door. As soon as they saw the owner of the store or the manager of the store, they made them try the pens, and it was sold. So it started like small, a bit like little seed that you plant, and then it just bloomed all together.
So it was a truly organic growth. It was door to door, experiential, letting people feel, see, try on the pants, them believing in the product, and then boom, you're in hundreds of countries, cities, provinces, territories, and then it just kind of organically.
Yeah, but you have other factor too that we met. We met the famous people, or but that's at the beginning. That's when we really started and went into it, and that's how it is. And then after it evolved with Oprah, that put us on the cover wearing our pants.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. I'm going to ask you about the fun moments. Let's start with the problems.
That was fun. Okay, so
I know, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, for me the problem is it was like the thing to go in each store to find the right, and you have to find the right store for your pants too. You have to go for the right price, for the right customer, because you have many consumer, different idea or whatever they know what they want, and you have to give them, to make them happy. So we have to go to the right store too. So it's hard to choose the right store, and as soon as you find the right store, the customer come and try and goes.
So my roots are in business, and I certainly know you can design what you want to design, but there's a fine line between making what you like but listening to the customer. So I think that brands that don't nail it are the ones who don't listen, because our customers tell us what they like. But if we design what we like, then we miss it.
They're both, okay? At the beginning when we made the pants, I made it what I like. And then you go see the consumer and you ask them. The same thing, every season, we always have some customer who comes in, we ask their opinion. If you don't ask, you don't get nowhere, because if everybody would love the same man, we would be in trouble.
Exactly.
I'm just saying the same thing. Like, it's good for the people to love the pants, but the shape is different. Everybody has their way, their needs. So we have to go, and that's the challenge, is to find the need of everybody. But if you find at the beginning the mass, and then you evolve to find the rest of it, because the fabric is stretch. Because it's stretch, is a live fabric. You have to find every fabric, you have to study. That's a big challenge, because somebody would say, well, my fabric, my pants is like this, and like the stretch is different than the other stretch. So you have to study which size to make the pant. The pants you could have a size 6 in one fabric, and if you make exactly the same pattern in the other fabric, it could be an 8. So you have to make sure that you study the strength and the stretch of the fabric. So it's like a live fabric moving, and you have to stop. Okay, here you are 4, you're a 6, you're an 8. It's very, very complicated. Every time we receive fabric, we have a lot of tests to make sure it's consistent.
Sure, of course.
So that's a big challenge.
But that's part of your brand and quality control.
Yeah.
So part of the same question is, if a woman, we have a lot of women who want to be entrepreneurs like you. If there's a woman watching who has an idea, who wants to start her own business, what would be some advice that you would give to her? If there's a woman watching right now and she says, oh, I'd love to be like Lisette, I'd love to start my own company or my own fashion brand, where do I start? What would be some advice you would share with her? And I'm listening, I'm going to just be...
Don't give up. Don't give up. If you have an idea, you have to believe in it, and you have to go for it. I met few people like women who have business, and every time they always told me the same thing too. You don't give up. Sometimes people would say, oh, if you ask opinion of you ask opinion, you ask somebody, okay, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Often they would say, oh, don't do that, don't do it, it's not the right time, the right place, wait, it's a lot of money, a lot of effort. You have to, you believe in it, you go, and you don't count your time. It's very important to believe in what you're doing and work a lot.
Yeah.
At the beginning, like until you surround yourself with other people, then you work a lot too, but you have help. But at the beginning, when you're by yourself,
it's all on you. It's
Yeah.
all on you to do everything. You play every role. I remember when I was running my own business also, I did everything from make the coffee to greet the customers to sourcing the best products to finding the best distribution to finding the customers. So you're doing both. You're making sure the product is great, and then
Yeah.
you have to hustle to get the customers.
I was a shipper, I was a picker, I was
Yeah.
a collector, I was a writer, writing letters, and
Yeah.
I did everything. So
No role is
Yeah.
too small for an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you have to believe in it. That's the first quality, and work hard.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
And surround yourself with good people. That's the main key.
So I actually want to talk about that because that's a good point. We hear a lot, hire the best team, surround yourself by the best team. The growing pains that I had when I had my first company is I wanted to surround myself with the best team, but I didn't have the money to pay the best team.
I have one for
Okay.
free. My husband and our son and our daughter. Not free, but
So you're lucky, but most
free of
people,
time, and they give us. Yeah.
sure, of course, and they have their heart in it too. But not everyone has their family. So I remember I was trying to grow my company, and I said I want to attract the best people, but I don't have a base salary to give them that's so exciting. So I tried to be creative and give them incentive through the commission. I tried what I can while I was starting. When I didn't have all that capital to pay out, it's hard to
It's very hard.
find the best team when you're not a big company yet. So
Well, at the beginning,
that
you
was
have
a
to work.
struggle.
You have to work hard, and I find after you meet some people who believe in it, like one at a time, and from mouth to mouth, like somebody said, "Oh, I heard." Like for us, we had trouble at the beginning when my husband went on the road with David, our son, and we found stores, but then we found one salesman who said, "Well, I could sell your line. One of my customers told me that you have the great pants. I want to represent your line," and it started. So he started with us to represent our line. Then he talked to another salesman, and it go like this. And then you get all the people who believe in you. But sometimes you have to go slowly. Sometimes you have to reach, and you have to get the right opportunity too.
Sounds
You
good.
know?
So talk to me about what makes Lisette L different. There's so many apparel brands today screaming at us, the consumer, wanting to get our attention. So how did you find your secret sauce? How did you differentiate Lisette L amongst all these fashion brands to really be unique? You talked a little bit about the celebrity factor, which it doesn't hurt if someone like Kim Kardashian or Oprah says that your stuff is great. That definitely helps, and we'll get to that. But what is the secret sauce today in such a competitive world, especially with social media, to make your brand really stand out?
You see, like you could have the best print ever, and if it doesn't fit well, it's going to stay on the hanger in the store and you won't sell it.
Right.
You have to have the best print, but the fit, the confection, the quality.
Right.
You have to have a good quality.
Right.
That's what it is.
So it can't just look good. It has to do more than look good. It really has to live, last, wear well. And so that helps make you...
That's what it is. Even as we do top two, the same thing. You have to make it well, and it has to fit well. That's the thing. Like before, I said the fabric follow your movement. The fabric is like life on your body and make you feel good.
I mean,
I used to say at the beginning, like I was telling customer, the pants is there and you're there. The pants looking at you, you're looking at the pants. The pants saying in his mind, I have to fit that body, and it did. So I'm just saying, like, if you have the right fit, the right confection, you're a winner and you're different from other people. And if it fit, everybody's going to follow on it and everybody's going to wear it, and your brand's going to become more important, not like everybody else.
Good. I have lots of people, by the way, were saying that they love it. I love my Lisette pants. They're beautiful and so stylish, so comfortable. Lisette pants rock. So our audience seems to love their Lisette pants. Okay, so many female entrepreneurs starting up, some of our viewers, they wrestle with the decision, partner or no partner. So, I mean, it's a choice, a different choice for everyone. Do you suggest a woman should find a partner when starting a company? I mean, yours is a little different. You had your husband and your family involved. Do you think there's obviously benefits? You both maybe sleep better tonight when you go to bed with the problems together. So I'll rest my mind tonight. You can worry tonight. You share the burden. You share the celebrations. Talk to us. Do you think it's great to have a partner? Is it better to go on your own? What do you think?
You see, this is like a matter of individual. Like maybe for you would be good to have a partner, and the other person would say, no, I want to do my own. Because when you have a partner, you have to make sure you share, and you have to trust that person.
Yeah.
I was very lucky in a way, like my husband, you know, and our son, but my husband is me. The problem is it's a good problem. We trust each other, but the problem is we bring it home. And like we go to sleep, and I like to talk at night about all the stuff we did during the day.
Yeah.
And he likes to talk in the morning. So
at least he likes to talk about it better than, I don't want to talk about it. We lived it all day. Let's talk about something else. But if you want to talk about it, that's
he's
hard.
more in the morning, I'm at night. And at night he'll tell me, okay, write it down, put it somewhere. I don't want to know before I go to sleep. I want to know tomorrow morning. So then I keep in my mind. And in the morning when he comes up, and then we discuss together. But it's a good thing. But the only thing is you have to have a middle. You have to have an end, not to talk. My problem is I like to talk all day about it. And we have to, have a sequence like time for your mind to relax a bit too.
That's what I would imagine is working with. So my husband, when I had sold my company, my husband wanted me to come work for him. He says, you can sell snow to the Eskimos. Why don't you come do sales for us? And I said, I think we'd end up divorced. I really didn't think it would be good for us to work together. So I think it takes a special kind of couple to be able to work together all day and come home and then possibly live it again at night together.
Yeah, but we have different. I don't see him much during the day. He has his part to do. I have my part. Sometimes we talk together. We don't really go all together 100% all day.
Yeah.
And when we go on holiday, though, the day when we leave for the holiday, the door's closed. We go in the plane or in the car. That's it. So
you're on vacation.
We're on vacation.
I love it. That's great.
So
that's great. So partner or no partner, it depends. It depends.
It depends if you find the right person to trust.
I would imagine
that's
also
hard.
I would imagine in partnership also, and a little bit of my business experience is to find someone who complements your skills.
Yeah.
So if you're a marketing and sales oriented person, we'll find the numbers partner who's going to be hard on you to keep the numbers in line and stay on budget, so your ideas can expand and they can keep you in line. So I think if you're going to find a partner, two of the same people is probably not an optimal partnership. Maybe,
But you always have to communicate. That's the top part. You have to communicate all the time.
Yeah.
And even say what you think. Not be afraid. Not be afraid to say what you think to the other one. Like I talk to my husband, I tell him bang, 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 and he tell me the same. And then we study it. We brainstorm at night or in the morning or sometime in the afternoon. Okay, let's say, what about this, this, this? And then we think about it, and then after say, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But you have to really communicate.
Beautiful. Communication is key.
That's the key, and the trust.
No, we just have nice people saying, I don't see any questions. I just see funny faces, laughing faces, and I love my Lisette pants. Okay. All right. Coming right along. Let's get to the fun part. Highs and fun moments in your career. And tell us about some of the moments where you really, really felt proud to be Lisette Limoges of Lisette L. What were some of those great fun moments that our viewers are dying to know about?
That sometimes I pinch myself and say, did it happen, really happen? Like you listen, like you look at all these pictures that we have.
Yeah.
Well, Kathy Lee was one of the first one, and I was so impressed with her. Like she went on TV and we didn't even know about it. Like she
talked about Lisette L on TV and you didn't know.
We didn't even know about it. And customer called us, hey, you're on TV, your pants were on TV. I said, well, your pants on TV. So the day after, they talked again about it because we were just starting in U.S., so nobody really, like few people had the pants, but then Kathy Lee just bought it at one store. So she said, I don't know, the company's in Canada, I don't know, I bought it at that store. They saw $100,000 in few days just by that store, like because people were sending, phoning and emailing the store to get the pants.
That's the power of public relations.
And
Where are PR people? If you
Yeah.
can get your clothes on the Today Show and Kathy
Few
Lee and
times
Hoda
too.
talks about it, then
And they like it and they believe in it. So that was, the first thing. Second day. And then they invited us here in the old Montreal, the only time that he came out of their office in New York.
yeah.
And they invited me to sit. I sat down and he said, I'm going to bring back from Montreal. The only thing I'm going to bring back is Lisette. And then we used to call our name Lisette Pantalon. I was trying to make French and English name, Lisette, Pant-A-L-O-N, to make it French-English.
Yeah.
But the English people didn't understand and they didn't pronounce it at all the way it's supposed to be. So I said, you know what? We come from Montreal, so let's put Lisette L Montreal. So now, because we're all over the world, Montreal is,
It's on the map
come
now,
from
really.
Montreal. So Kathy Lee, and then after she invited us at her show in New York, and made me go on the show to talk a bit. This was the first one, and then Oprah was another one.
My queen.
Oprah.
I love Oprah.
And then we went to eat at her house, which is a dream.
How did that happen? So how did Oprah find out about the pants?
Well,
she wasn't watching the Today Show.
No. We always go to New York to see editor twice a year. So we go see all the magazine and explain to us, show them our product. And it happened we went to see O Magazine, and the editor was there and said, Oprah is coming next week, so let's show her the pants. And I was explaining to her about the fit and the stretch, so she said, she'll love that. And the week after, she wanted the pants to try, and then she started the first month after, she had our pants on a cover. And so after that, she invited us for a meal at a restaurant. We're about 100 people, so she said, we were there, so we started talking to her. And she invited us after we were sponsored with her on a tour for 9 weeks. So we saw her,
Wow.
it was like Gail King too. We were working with Gail King every weekend, and it was like traveling and having fun at the same time. Meeting all these people in US, showing them our product, and the one who knew it told us, I love your pants. So it was good education for us to know what the people like, and at the same time it was nice to hear to explain to other customers who didn't know about it. And Oprah was in love with the pen, so that's really,
That certainly helps. Do you find that you're all this American penetration of the market? Did you find that the American customers wanted something different than the Canadian customers, or?
Not from the Canadian, but from Montreal, from Quebec. We're always different. We're like Paris, like Europe more, but the other province and US are more or less the same. But you always have a base, like a certain amount, like few pants that everybody loves.
Okay.
So, like Oprah, she loved plain pants, like long pants, and like an example, Martha Stewart. I
was going to ask you
at
next
cocktail
about Martha.
her studio. She's,
Yeah.
she's a hard worker person, and we saw all her offices and the way she works, and she works very hard. And she was looking at my pants, and even we have tops, and we went for a cocktail at one of her friends' house, and she's looking. She said, Lisette, why don't you make that top? Look, I love my top. Everybody tell me I have a nice top. Why don't you make it? Then she said, take it. I'll give it to you and adapt it to your customer. I said, she's asking me to make a top. It was really, really nice to meet all these people. And then we went to the tennis with Venus and all the tennis player. Venus came here a few times too.
So
you look at
amazing.
them and they're like us, like human being and simple. And like Venus, she's so humble, and she come and she talk to you, very shy, And even like Oprah, you go and she's so quiet, and she brought us in her Buddha garden where she go and meditate and took our
You went to the Buddha garden?
Yeah.
Oh, I love her. I met her, and you just want to, nestle your head right into her boobs and let her give you like a big mama hug, right? She's
I don't know what
a
she
very
got.
special woman.
I just don't know what she got, but you see her and you want to stay there.
Just
and
be
she
with
talk
her.
to you and you listen, and I went there and I said, okay, I look at all what you did and what I did. I'm nothing compared to you. I'm so impressed of what you did in your life. She said, she looked at me like this, said, Lisette, everybody has their own path. You follow yours, I follow mine, and that's all you need to do, and you're going to be happy.
Yeah.
So, you know, he was, and the other thing I want to tell you, what made me happy too, I saw all these people, I saw Dr. Oz, I saw many, you know, artists and everything. They're very nice, but the thing that I like the most is when I do trunk show, I go to stores and I meet people, and especially one time, many times, but this one really, the woman come to me and said, "You saved my daughter's life." I said, what did I do?
What do you mean?
What did I do, you know? She said, she lost a lot of weight, she doesn't know her style, she doesn't know what to do, what to wear. She came to this store here, and it was in Dallas, she said, and she tried your pants, the store owner made her dress her up with all your clothes, and made her feel so comfortable. She went for the interview, she got the interview, the dream job that she wanted,
Wow.
and now she wear your clothes and she feels so good. So I said, that for me, it's the best reward from everything.
For your work. So
Yeah.
you should, and I'm sure you know about them, so do you know about Dress for Success?
That's the other thing.
That would be the most amazing partnership for you I would imagine. And you do.
Yeah, we are partner with them. We love to do that. Everything to do
So
with
empowering with women at their starting their career. I mean, I have given so much work clothes to Dress for Success, shoes, handbags. When a woman sometimes finds herself alone, maybe her husband is left, maybe she never worked before and she's a single mom supporting her family, and she goes to that job interview and she feels
confident. Yeah.
Confident. You know, it's really they're doing amazing things, and I see the partnership, the synergies between you
It's
guys.
like it's like an example. We go to trunk show. Catherine and me, we did for 2 years.
Yeah,
like
just gonna check questions. I'm listening.
We went to store, like do trunk show and talk to people.
Yeah.
And every time we do event, we give to charity.
Yeah.
And I like to give to women charity. That's our goal. So we always give, every time customer try a pair of pants, we give $1 to a charity
Wow.
that the store choose. Every time. And especially when sometime we find a woman, like I tell the store, okay, find us a woman who really, really needed, who never had nothing, even like, you know, like never, she's really like down and she needed a little boots. Catherine goes, and the woman comes in, Catherine every time goes with the woman, make her try things. And they leave so happy and crying because they say, we never chose anything. Usually it's people giving us clothes.
Right.
That's the first time or one of the rare time that I have the occasion to choose what I want.
Very special.
So just this, you almost, you know, you look and you cry, your eyes are wet, like of this, you know, just a feeling.
Yeah.
And we always try to give, because I say we're lucky, we're successful, we work hard, but we're successful. We like to give back. So for women especially, I mean, doesn't mean there's not other one, but woman is very important.
Beautiful. So let's talk about one of my favorite topics, which is balance. Balancing mommyhood, careerhood, womanhood. Do you believe in work-life balance? Do you believe that we can live in balance?
I have trouble. I should, but my husband believes in it more than I do. I try harder, but we do it in a certain, you know, until a certain point. The thing is, you have to balance, and by going and take off, because you need to rejuvenate.
Yeah, rejuvenate, regenerate, all of those, both.
So what happens if you're too tired and you're too drained? You cannot produce, and you cannot be imagine. You cannot create anything.
Yeah.
So you need time
That's
off.
really, you know what? Not to interrupt you, but Shonda Rhimes. I don't know if you guys have seen her TED Talk, The Year of Yes. She talked about all these TV shows she was producing on Thursday nights, so Grey's Anatomy and Scandal. And she said she was in charge of a $300 million budget. She said, and she was working so much that she stopped being creative.
Yeah, you do.
And she stopped saying yes to things, and she was so beaten down. And then she said she started to say yes to opportunities, to be more creative. And so she found her creativity. But she was saying, when we do the same thing over and over again and we get depleted and we don't experience balance or self-care, we
get
stop.
like you stay there and you don't do anything. Yeah.
We stop being able to be creative. So you believe it in a little different than your husband.
I believe in it, okay? But the thing is that I make me relax and take off. It's because we have good people who work for us.
Yeah.
we have to, you know, when you do that, for me, I'm doing it now and I'm very happy. At the beginning it's hard because you have nobody to count on. But when you have the right employee that you can trust, you can go and you feel better, and then you can really relax and come back and ready to go.
It's great that you're a boss and an owner. Who there's your dog.
Wants to come in.
Hi. We can't see you in the interview, but maybe soon we'll.
Yeah, he's always part of us. That's a relaxing person. That relaxing. You relax everybody in the office. Everybody, you talk to him. You go see everybody. And I find by relaxing, we say all the employees go and talk to him. He goes to see them in the morning, and I think it's a good thing. You know, like the employee comes in and they see, hi Jupiter. Even the customer comes in. Yeah. Even the customer comes in. Where's Jupiter? Where's Jupiter?
Jupiter's like the Lisette mascot.
Yeah, he's a mascot. Yeah,
that's so funny. That's great. So I actually interviewed one of the Real Housewives of New York. And she had a great saying that I loved, and she said that I love making my own money. I find that an aphrodisiac or a turn on. And I have to confess, I do too. I find it empowering for a woman to make her own money. And I think it's a bold statement because a lot of women shy away from talking about money, or they haven't educated themselves on money talk. Talk to us a little bit about that, about women and money and the fear that sometimes women have about really digging deep into their finances or knowing what their partners have. It's really educational to really dig deep into money. Do you shy away? Did you teach your children to talk about money? How involved are you in the, talk to us about this relationship between the dollar bill and the female.
Well, it's always make you, like people sometimes, I heard Celine Dion say, money or no money, you still have to live and you still have to be happy.
Right.
So, but money helps sometimes. But for me, money is important. But my husband, as long as I can provide for everybody, I like to give. So my children, I try to give them as much as I can to a certain degree. And I like to give to my family. And for me, that's important. But in business, with money, I'm always on top of it. I have to see.
You have to be.
I have to see what's happening. I have trusted people. I have good employee and everything. But I always have questions. And I always have to know, like once a week I said, okay, what's happening with this? What's happening? I want to know. Like how much people owe, how much this, how much that. Where do we put this? Where it's important to know, because if you wake up too late, it's no good.
Yeah.
But you have to have, like I said before, the right employee to trust. Yeah. But you always have, it's your thing. So nobody else, it's like your RSP or something. If you just leave it there and don't touch it, you're not going to do nothing. You have to be on top of it and check to make sure everything is good.
Yeah. I agree with you.
That's the way I feel.
I agree.
Like money is always good to have.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure you nurture here.
You have to nurture it. You do. And I think that I'll go back to what I said. I think it's empowering for women to be able to take home a paycheck. So
be independent in a way.
And being independent. Yeah. So I think that if you're in a position that you can stay home and you have a partner, or you're financially either from a family, I mean, most women have to work. It's a luxury to be able to stay home. But even if you have that luxury to stay home, I still think that it's a wonderful thing for a woman to get involved in finances, to know about savings and RSPs, what things cost, to budget, to live on a budget, and to make that, and to earn that paycheck is a really rewarding feeling for a woman.
And it make the woman independent too, in a way.
Yeah.
Like before, you depended all the time on somebody, on your husband. Now we can do our thing too by ourselves. Doesn't mean you're not together, but I'm just saying you feel more, and at the same time, you go to work and you feel good because you can buy this or you can do this. You have view of what you want to do with your money, but at the same time you can share it, or you can save it, or whatever you want to do, but you have the option of doing it.
Although savings are hard today. I mean, I have 2 kids who go to school and we send them to summer camp. I mean, I don't remember the last thing I bought for myself. My kids get everything. There was a really funny meme that someone shared in social media. She says, my kids are walking around in all these fancy things. Meanwhile, look at me, and she's like, she looks like a bag lady, But But it's hard to save. So I think that I think women, more women than today, we're shattering glass ceilings. We're really starting to sit at the table in the boardroom with men. We've really made an impact in the workplace today. There's more ways to go, but I think that every woman, no matter her financial status, no matter if she's a stay-at-home mom, a CEO, has to know about money.
They have to know about money, but they have to feel good inside, but they have to feel good outside with the pens.
Absolutely.
Don't forget that.
We can't forget the pens. We're feeling empowered and we're feeling good in our pens. So talk to me finally. Last question is, what's next for Lisette? So we know you've had all this success. You're dressing the everyday woman, TV influencer like me. You're dressing Oprah. You're dressing women across the world. What is next? Is there anything on the bucket list? Anything you still want to do? What's next for you and for your company?
Well, what happened is, like, we have different fabric now. Different fabric that only in Canada nobody could have. Yeah. We have different things fabric that we make only for us, from all over the world. Wow. So this is a new thing that we developed. We always develop different things for us only, but now we have a specific one that we develop, follow up, and you'll see what it is soon. It's not out yet. It's coming out soon.
It's coming soon.
Yeah. And the thing that we're proud too is, like, we have the curvy for bigger size, and that's a very, very good thing for the woman. You cannot say I cannot wear the Lisette pants, because we have from 0 to 24. So everybody could wear the pants and feel good.
That's what people have said to me. They're like, I love Lisette pants, because, like, no matter what my size is, I feel good in them. And she doesn't, so many brands today make, up to size 14, but really you cater to every woman of every size.
So everybody could be happy and feel good. So that's, so follow up, because we have new division coming in. I don't want to talk about it too much. Follow up on it, and you'll see soon you're going to have new things. We have sporty things. So like you were saying before, I just want to say something. The woman at home, the mother at home, she could be dressed with Lisette, wash the floor during the day, clean up, take care of the kid, go for grocery store, and go out with the same pants. So
absolutely. So I call them like day to night. So I'm wearing these today. I can wear these right out to date night. I can sit at the baseball field and watch my son play tonight because they're so comfortable. And I'll wear them right out to date night. So I worked in them, I did carpool in them, I watched a baseball game, and then I went for dinner in them. Super versatile.
That's a 10-way pens.
It's a what? What do you call it? A 10-way pen. Exactly. So tell our viewers before we go how they can get in touch with you, how they can buy your incredible clothes and pens and feel empowered and great, and get in touch with a woman who's really giving back to other women and really doing great things in the world. Tell us more about you and how we can get in touch with you.
Okay, you just have to go store locator, Lisette in Montreal, and you'll find all
the website.
Stores.
Let's give them the website.
Lisette, www.lisette-l.com or .ca, and you'll find all the information and follow up, because you have new things coming on Facebook.
So you're launching all the new collection on Facebook. So Facebook by then. And of course, Lisette has a presence everywhere on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. So reach out to them. I'm so thrilled that we have partnered together, because I've been wearing these clothes for the last year, and whenever I wear them, I get compliments. I love it. I love to support you. My mission is to empower and support other women and to show my audience incredible women like you. So thank you all for watching. This video will be shared after, so there may be questions that will come in, and we'll try and get to them if you couldn't watch with us and eat lunch with us today. So we wish you all a great day, and thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.